Alina is here. Welcome back to my channel, and today I wanted to talk to you about Sigma brushes. So I have been using Sigma brushes for about 5 years now, even more than 5 years now, and I have combined quite a few different sets into kind of like a whole complete collection that I'm using on my clients on a daily basis. I'm using them, for weddings, photo shoots, anything that I'm doing makeup for. I have been using these babies for about 5 years now. So I just wanted to share my honest review. I want to show you what they look like after 5 years of like hardcore work. And when I say hardcore, it's hardcore because like I've been washing them all the time, like I'm cleaning them in between clients. So I just want to show you how they have held up and give you my honest review and show you where I keep them and all the good stuff. So first of all, I wanted to show you where I keep my babies. My babies, I call them my babies because, like every makeup artist is like passionate about their brushes because this is what, where the magic happens. This is how we create our looks and all the good stuff. So, by the way, I just want to say I have never used these brushes on myself. Just because I don't want to, like sanitize them every single time and then get rid of them for the clients. So just for sanitary reasons, I always keep this set just for my clients. And obviously I wash them after every single time. I use them for work and obviously sanitize them and wash them in between clients as well. So I'm going to show you where I keep them. So this is like the brush roll by MJ company, and this is what it looks like. I love this roll because it's awesome. It is very convenient to use. I also have the brush belt from them, but I tend to almost kind of use this brush roll more than the brush belt because I just lay it flat on a table or wherever I have the space. Yeah, so this is the brush roll that I'm using for. I'm just gonna get this palette out so that you can kind of see more. So these are all the brushes kind of that I have. I have quite a few, you can see, and I'm gonna show you kind of what condition they're in after 5 years of hardcore work. So first of all, I want to say, before I show you the brushes, that the set is extremely sturdy. Like, makeup brushes by Sigma are great. Like, my honest opinion, they're awesome because, after so much time of me working with them, they're still in good condition. I have like a couple of MAC ones. So this one is by MAC, so I'll just disregard this one. I can't say I haven't really been using it. And the other one that I didn't buy from Sigma is this I call like the Lash Brush. So this one is by MAC, so I'm just gonna put it away as well. Otherwise, every other brush in this brush belt is by Sigma. So little things that happen to the brushes after about 5 years of using them. Like, you cannot see the letters on those brushes that I use a lot. You can almost not see the letters. I'll show you like brushes that I don't tend to use a lot, so you can see this is almost like a brand new condition for this brush. And let's say this is one of my favorite brushes, just like for the crease, because it is like a little pointy here. So this is like one of the most favorite ones that I tend to reach for. So you can see that after 5 years, the brushes are not going to look like this anymore. They're going to look like this. And you can see that the glossiness of this brush is like perfect, right? And like this holographic little letters, they're cool. But after 5 years of constant work and constant washing, like they're more matte now. So the gloss is almost all gone, kind of, and like you cannot see obviously the name of the brush. But it is still super sturdy. Nothing is shaky here. And obviously you have to know how to wash your brushes properly so that the water doesn't get into this part and doesn't like unglue the glue that this sticks onto. But like you can still see how like stiff it is, how it's still soft after 5 years. And like literally this is my go-to brush. Like for the crease, I just love it. And it's still a perfect condition working brush after 5 years of constant work. So this just shows how good of a quality the brushes are. Price wise, I would say they're kind of in between. They're not cheap, but they're not overly expensive. But definitely they're more expensive than Morphe brushes, I would say, for sure. Haven't used Morphe brushes, so I cannot compare them. But I've also been using the Zoeva brushes, so I will kind of do like a little comparison with the Zoeva brushes once I use them a little bit more. So, okay, let me show you what can happen to your brushes after 5 years, what to expect. So let's say some brushes that I've used quite a lot, you can see, like this brush, I've used this brush lots. It's like a stippling, like foundation brush. So I've used this lots before I introduced beauty blenders into my, you know, routine and everything. So you can see this one, this is what happened to it. Like, and I don't use it anymore, just keep it in the brush belt because I'm just sad to throw it away because it's been my, but you can see the little hairs. Like this one, yeah, this brush I would not use on my clients anymore because like I don't want the hairs all over them, and it's a little bit loose here in the base, so it's like you can see it's shaky. But unfortunately, yes, like I've used it so many times that this one unfortunately has not held up as well as the other one. And I would say out of, I don't know how many, like I probably combined 3 or 4 different sets, including the complete set, the professional set that they have. So out of all these brushes, I probably have only 2 or 3 brushes that are loose like that. So the other one I'm holding, this one, I love using this for setting the under eye concealer with powder. This is basically a highlighter, like tapered highlighter brush, which makes sense. But for me, I really like using it like in this area on, you know, setting the concealer with powder. And this one is a little bit shaky, like I can feel it. You cannot really see it, but I can feel it when I take it. So this one is gonna be, unfortunately, I'll have to replace it soon. But you know what, considering that it's been 5 years, I'll take it. Like it has held up so well. So this one is loose, this one is loose, and I would say this one. So the this one I use for the blush. So there are 3 brushes out of this whole belt, out of this whole set that have been kind of like loose in here after 5 years. So I think it is pretty darn amazing for the brushes that, you know, I use constantly. And I say constantly, like constantly. And I'm really good and gentle with cleaning them. So since, you know, I'm a makeup artist, I have been taught how to clean them. I've, you know, watched a few different makeup artists do it when I was just starting. So I'm pretty gentle. I always lay them flat or kind of like facing downwards, never like this, never upwards. By the way, if you're not sure how to clean your brushes, I'll do a video on this too, but there's tons of other videos as well out there that can show you how to clean your brushes in a way that you can keep them working longer, right? So you always place them either facing downwards or kind of lay them flat like this on your towel, or like never put them up like this when they're clean, because all, you know, the moisture is going to get into this part and they're going to become loose. Not sure why this, you know, the brush became loose, but you know what happens. Anything wears off, anything becomes loose with time, I guess. Which is sad. I will show you now a few of the brushes that are my go-to brushes that I'm using like constantly. I'll show you a few blend-in brushes that I really like. This one. So, okay, this brush, I also wanted to kind of like warn you about. This brush is, you know, one of my favorites to blend in the crease. So it's just like a blending brush. I have noticed lately a few hairs fell out when I was like working on my clients, but like nothing major, nothing, you know, like it doesn't seem like the hair. So see, yeah, like there's another hair. So this one is becoming like old, and yeah, the hairs are starting to fall out gradually. It's only been 5 years, so I'm gonna take it. This one is still in perfect condition. I love this brush. So the these two are my go-tos for, you know, when I create eye makeup. So I kind of like this one I use for more precise get into the crease, and this one I use to kind of like blend everything out and maybe like flat lay the eyeshadows. So I'm using these brushes lots, like a ton. I will show you the other brushes that I like. I always use, this one is a white shader brush, but I like to use this for contouring the nose, which is, you know, I think there's no particular rule of, you know, how to use the brushes. They're brushes and you're an artist. You can basically use them whichever way you like. This one is obviously like for eyeshadows, for applying the eyeshadows. Really nice, still strong. This one I really like. It's like a pencil brush, so I use it lots for you know, under eye area to kind of like, and if I need precise darker shadow application in the outer corner, I use this as well. Brushes like this, and I also have, I can't find it, so like, so this one is my go-to for the under eye area. I'll show you the brow brush. This one I can't leave without, and it also has like almost no letters left. This one is the one that I'm using always for filling in the eyebrows, and you can still see it's in good condition. It hasn't become loose or like the hairs are not sticking out. After 5 years of using it on every single client, it is awesome. Like, I will tell you, this is awesome. This one is my, like, I don't know, I love this brush for highlighting. This one, and obviously the fan brush. This fan brush is more of a, like, it's not as thick, it's more like a thin fan brush. So these two, this one will make highlighter more subtle. This one is when I use the one that I use for photo shoots, where I want that highlighter to pop in the photos. This is going to make the highlighter a little bit more dense. I'm gonna show you the brush that I use for contouring lots. So this one is the Soft Blend. It's called Soft Blend Concealer, but I like it for the contouring. I use it for contouring lots, and it's still in perfect condition. No hairs are falling out whatsoever. Which ones? So this one I kind of like for the actually it is basically a foundation brush, which I sometimes use for foundation, sometimes I use for the concealer, and sometimes I actually use for applying the primer on the clients. And yeah, so these babies, like, oh my gosh, the Kabuki brushes, they're awesome. There's a particular reason this one is loose, because this Kabuki brush I've been using so much on my clients for like applying the foundation that unfortunately it's time for it to rest. But these ones I've been using for foundation as well. Like, this one is also awesome for applying the foundation. This one is nice for applying the concealer. So before I was using a ton of beauty blenders, I would just use these brushes. They actually blend out that foundation almost just as well as the beauty blender. Beauty blender just makes it faster and easier kind of thing. But these brushes work just as well, I would tell you that. Bronzer brush, I use it lots. I use it for the bronzer. Honestly, I have so many different sets. This one I use lots for, you know, concealer. And I'll show you the little Kabuki brushes if you're considering to buy the little, I don't remember what the set was called, but they're kind of like this. They're awesome. Like, I love working, you know, on the under eye areas. If I need like to clean anything up, like under the eyebrow, it just, you know, to blend any concealer in, or if there's like any redness, they're really nice. I'll show you the Precise concealer ones. Where is that? Oh, this one. Like, this one is my go-to for like a spot-on concealer. So if somebody has like any redness and I need to get in there, like, this is really nice because it has like this little flat top, so it makes that concealer application. Let's say if I need to counteract something with the green, like, or just apply the concealer on top of like a pimple or something, this is really nice. So I don't have to like apply it with my fingers. I'll show you a few brushes for like a precise application for like eyeshadow application. So these ones are really nice. I use this one in the inner corner of the eye for the highlight lots. These ones are nice. Sometimes like I use this brush for, let's say if I apply the pencil liner and I want to blend it out, this is what I use to blend it out because it just, it works amazing. Okay, which brush? So there's a few eyeliner brushes. Oh, okay, I want to show you this one. This one I don't love this one. This is the eyeliner brush. It's EO5. Look how like it became thick, and like the hairs are kind of like face in all the different directions. So obviously you're not going to use it for precise eyeliner. It's not going to create that perfect eye, like cat eye or anything. There's another eyeliner brush. If you can see, it has become a little bit loose, but it's still okay. So I've been using that one lots. And there's the little brush that I'll show you that I really like. It's a spot-on concealer. So if somebody has like little like dots, like imperfections or anything that you want to like kind of correct, this one is an awesome brush. Like, I'll show you. I have tons of blending brushes, tons of everything. But my verdict for this brush set, like, everything is really good quality. And they have stood the test of time. So obviously if you're just a starting makeup artist and you want to invest in good brushes that are going to last you a really long time, like I said, when I got these brushes when I was just starting, I did not have a pro discount with them. So I literally invested a lot of money in my brushes because I believe that if you're starting out strong, if you want to, you know, to grow the clientele, if you want to expand your clientele, and if you want to deliver great results, like, your brushes is basically probably one of the first things that you need to invest into, because brushes are going to make a hell lot of a difference for your makeup applications on your clients. And these brushes have been amazing so far, and you know, like, I will still keep using them because they will probably last me another, you know, 3, 4, maybe 5 years. I will probably have to replace a few brushes, but really, like, it's worth an investment into a good brush set. Yeah, so basically if you're looking into, you know, buying a nice brush set, they do have them in different options. There's different kits that you can buy. There's like a complete kit. I don't remember what it's called, like, because it's been a while since I bought them. And by the way, I'm not sponsored by Sigma. It's just my honest review. So just to show you guys one of the options for the brushes. I know there's tons of brands out there. This one has been amazing. The delivery was pretty fast. The quality is really good. They have held on super sturdily. And yeah, so if I were to choose another brush set again for working on clients and maybe even for applying makeup on myself, I would definitely go with Sigma. I really like how long lasting, how sturdy they are, and they deliver amazing results. So yeah, hopefully this was somewhat useful to you guys. Hopefully if you're considering buying some new makeup brushes, you would find this video, this review useful. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more reviews, and I'll talk to you later. Bye guys.